Legal disclaimer: do not make this trade. Seriously, don't. This video is for educational purposes only and placed by a professional trader from Maverick Trading. Maverick Trading is sponsoring this trading experiment with a $100,000 trading account. To trade for Maverick Trading, you can submit an application for stock, option trader, or currency trader from the link in the video description below.
Hello there, this is Rob, and we are on to trade number 61. It is Friday for you. It's actually Saturday morning for me. I am halfway around the world, but let's take a look at trade 61. What are we doing here? Well, you know the deal. We're making random trades with random methods, just basically picking stocks out of a hat and using position management to see if you can be profitable with just using position management. So on Fridays, we typically do a little theme where we talk about what's been in the news, and this week has been all about AI. We had Nvidia earnings, blew them out of the water, and the stock market took off. So we're going to do a trade based on AI. So here I am at Google, and I'm just going to put in the list of AI stocks in the US. Let's see what we get here. Okay, all right, here's a good little list here. All right, looks like we've got quite a bit here. Let me count these out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we have 3 columns of 17. So we've got a list of 51 stocks here. Let me just do this. I'm going to make a quick wheel. We're going to basically just put these into columns. So I'm going to make a wheel from 1 to 3. And we're just going to pick whatever column. So if we get a 2, we'll pick this column in the middle. And then I'll make a wheel for 17, and we'll just simply go down the column until we get that stock. Let's spin this first wheel again. We're just choosing which column we're going to be using in our trade. So we have 1, 2, and 3. Let's see what we end up getting. All right, so we're going to be in column number 3. So we're going to take all of the stocks in that column. Remember, there was 17 in each column. So now I'll make a wheel up to 17. We'll spin that wheel. We'll go to column 3 and get that stock. Here we have our wheel 1 through 17. Let's give this a spin. And as I said, we're just going to go down that column, and we're going to go pretty easy. So column number 3, stock number 1. Let's go and see which one that is. Column number 3, stock number 1. Look at that. It's Nvidia. Now look, I do not want Nvidia. Nvidia just had earnings. It's very typical for a stock when they have a good earnings to shoot up and then either pull back or have to consolidate that gain. I would never choose this one, but that is the point of this whole experiment, is we don't choose the stock. The randomness chooses the stock. So the trade is going to be Nvidia. Here Here is the chart of Nvidia, and to nobody's surprise, it is going to be a long. We have a rising 13 EMA. The current price of the stock is at $791.23. You know what? I'm just going to put $791. This thing's jumping around so much, we don't really even know where we're going to get in it. So just for ease of math, I'm going to put $791 as the entry, and the ATR is $31.75. So $31.75. Trade 61 is Nvidia. And again, I would never pick this one in real life, but here we are. It is February 23rd. We are long Nvidia, somewhere around 791. We have an ATR of 31.75. So 2x ATR, that is 63.50. So that's going to put our first stop down at 727.50. The only thing we need to do is figure out our position sizing. Then we can go ahead and make the trade and attach the trailing stop. First off, let's go and get our account balance. Our account balance is 102,443. So 102,443. Put that number in here, 102,443. We are taking 1% of risk per position. Our entry in this was 791. Our stop loss was down at 727.50. Go ahead and just zero these out and hit that calculate button. All right, so that gives us 16 shares. That is going to be our position size for our long Nvidia trade. Let's go make the trade. NVDA. We are going to be long 16 shares. Now, one of the things I do want to discuss on this trade, just to throw in, a little bit of variety as we go through these 100 trades we're going to do. ATR was high on Nvidia. Why is that? Because there's been a big move lately. So whenever ATR has gone up quite a bit, what it automatically does is it shrinks down your position size. Now it shrinks down your position size, but it also gives you a much wider stop. So I actually imagine that we'll be in this trade for a while because typically, Nvidia was probably more around a 18 ATR, maybe a 20, but lately it's really expanded. So our stop is going to be very, very wide on this, which means that it just simply shrinks down our position size. The great thing about using ATR is it adjusts your stop for where the stock is at the moment. In a moment of high volatility, it adjusts it to where it's going to be looser. And in a period of lower volatility, it adjusts it where it's going to be tighter. A really cool thing about using ATR for your stops, like I said, it's just a cool thing here. All right, I'm going to put in just a limit above the market. And I'm going to go ahead and attach the stop order. And our trailing stop was at 63.50. 63.50 was our amount. Make sure it's good to canceled. Hit submit. All right, the order is in, but it is not. Oh, we just got filled there. All right, the fill price is $791.28. Here are the final numbers on the trade. We are long 16 shares in Nvidia. We were filled at $791.28. We've got that big trailing stop, $63.50. But if it does get up to $854.78, you know what we do. We are simply going to tighten that up a little bit. And if it gets to our next profit target, we'll tighten it up a little bit after there. And what do? Other than that, we don't do anything. Anything you think or feel is wrong, if you make an action out of it. Just stick with the system, stick with your position management, trust in your system. Goodbye, everybody. Have a good weekend.